In this video, we'll start getting familiar with Jira by looking at its interface. Now, when you first log in, by default, Jira will send you to this area called Your Work. We can change that default, of course, but for now, let's just focus on understanding how the interface is laid out before we go in and make a bunch of changes. So, as I mentioned in an earlier video, I am using my personal Jira instance for this course. So that's why you're seeing things here. It's not as blank as it would be if it's a brand new installation of Jira. So what you're seeing here is the Your Work page for my user account when I first log in. And a lot of this is pretty straightforward. Up here, we have our recent projects. So this is going to update to show the recent projects that we visited, or the ability to view all projects that we have access to. Then if you recall, issues live within the projects. So all this down here are the issues from different projects. You can see the project name that this issue lives in. You can see there's the project. That's the issue living inside of that project, one that we've worked on recently. And then we can also see everything that we viewed recently in Jira here. Now, you'll notice these are not just issues, right? So we have a couple issues in here, it looks like. But there's also things like our projects or filters or dashboards or boards. You can see the name of what that entity is right here at the bottom. Right, and we're going to be looking at each of those features throughout this course, but just know that if you viewed something and you're wondering where it was to get back to it, this can be a great place to go do that. And then any issues assigned to the current user, that's pretty straightforward. And then we have our starred items. So starred items in Jira is the terminology that it uses for basically favorites, and they work like you would expect any type of favorite functionality to work. Just know that if you see the ability to star something, that's adding it to your starred items here. And also at the top menu, you can see these are filters right here, right? So up here at the top, we have a lot of these same filters that are starred up here in our top menu. And that leads us right into our top menu navigation, because this top menu is really where we're going to be doing most of our navigating in Jira, and then everything else underneath it's going to update depending on what we choose. So let's go from left to right to get a better sense for what all this means. So up here at the top left, the first icon is the app switcher. Now the apps that it's switching between are Atlassian apps. For example, we can see I have Jira, but I also have a Confluence license. That is Atlassian's wiki tool for documentation and things like that. So using the app switcher is how we can hop between them. Now, we're not going to be covering Confluence or Bitbucket in this course. We're just going to be focusing on Jira. But here is where you can hop between whatever Atlassian apps you have access to. And if you're linked with multiple different instances, you'll see those in here too. So these are some of my consulting clients. So I can't hop in those for privacy reasons. We learned about that earlier in this course as well. But just know, if you have access to different instances, then you'll find those in the app switcher as well. Now, in my case, since this is my personal Jira instance, that's why I put my company logo up here. But by default, you'll just see the Jira logo until your Jira admin changes that. And if you are the Jira admin, we'll look at how to change that later on in this course as well. What it does when you click on it, though, can change. Basically, what it does is it takes you back to your home page. And as we learned, by default, your home page is the Your Work page up here. It'll take you right back to the Your Work page right now because that's my default. So if you ever get lost, always click on the logo to get back home. Now, one quick thing I want to point out before we go any further is that Jira's navigation is probably one of the biggest differences that you might have on your end from what I'm seeing here. And this is an example of what Jira looked like back in 2019. And just before I took this screenshot back then, in 2018, Jira's menu used to be more along the left-hand side instead of the top like it is now. And I know that's a while ago, 2018, 2019. But as we learned in previous video about the different versions of Jira, depending on your organization's license to Jira, it's possible that you're using an older version. You'll notice there's not even a Your Work section in the menu. And that's because that's a feature that didn't exist back in 2019. So you're not going to see Your Work if you're using an older version before then. And as I mentioned, I've worked with clients who are still using versions that old. So I just want to point that out as an example of what some of the differences might be if you're using an older version. But Let's move on to the main menus in today's most recent version. So we do have the Your Work option in the menu, right? So if you do change the homepage and this doesn't take you back there, this can be a quick way to access a lot of the things in there or just go back to the Your Work page. Now, the rest of these will really start to make a lot more sense as we go through this course to dig into these features. But if you recall from a previous video, Jira uses the term projects a little bit differently than you might think. So in here is where we'll find all the projects that we have access to, as well as any projects that we've starred. You can see we actually have a starred one here, which looks like it's at the very bottom of our list of starred items here. But in here's where we can access all the projects, view all projects, exactly the same as this link here. It's just a matter of whether or not you're on the Your Work page to get back to it. Moving on to filters, you can think of filters like saved searches. And just like projects, you can star your favorite filters for quick access here, view all filters that you have access to, or start building a new one through advanced search. And we'll look at that in more depth later on. We'll also be looking at dashboards and teams later on as well. But in a nutshell, you can think of dashboards as like a quick way to access things that you're working on or build charts that can help with reporting. In fact, before Atlassian added the Your Work section, a lot of that used to be done through dashboards, and these are gadgets on the dashboards. So with dashboards, you can also share them with your team, though. So a common use that I've seen for dashboards now is to let multiple teams have a single dashboard that everyone sees whatever sort of thing you want them to track, maybe the bugs that are coming in, so they can get a high-level view on things like bug counts and how they're being completed. Moving from dashboards, we have teams, and teams in Jira are a place where you can collaborate with other people in your Jira installation. Think of it like a little tiny meeting room. It's outside of projects and it's outside of really anything else. It's its own little space where you can just collaborate with your team. We'll be looking at teams later on as well. But one thing I want to point out here is this little invite people to Jira, because I get a lot of questions about this one too. If you are not a Jira administrator with access to billing, when you try to add someone here, it's just going to send a request to your Jira administrator that says, hey, this person wants to invite somebody else into Jira, accept or reject. And that can have an impact on your bill, which is why it goes to your Jira administrator. It doesn't happen right away. Now, if you are the Jira administrator, we're going to look at where that shows up on the back end later on in this course as well. Now, for these last two items here, we are not going to be covering them because, as we learned earlier, we're just focusing on the core features in Jira. And as you can see, plans are an add-on that's not included in the version of Jira standard software that we're using in this course. And as I also mentioned earlier, we're not going to be looking at any of the extra third-party apps available here, but you can see them right here. And the reason we're not covering, there's just so many apps you can see, so many apps in here, and each one of these could be its own course. And since you can mix and match, there's really no way for me to know which apps your organization has or needs. So we're just sticking with the core fundamentals of Jira first. And if you do have apps that you're using in your organization that you'd like to see some training on in the future, by all means, let me know. So that is the main menu navigation in Jira here. To the right of the menu, we have the Create button. Keyboard shortcut for that is C for Create. And we'll be doing a lot of creating of issues in this course. So, of course, we're going to come back to this screen here and get a better understanding of that. To the right of the Create button, we have Search. So over here, just the search box itself is extremely powerful, as you can see. And again, we're also going to be using a lot more of this in this course. But I do want to point out, if you hover over this, you can see the keyboard shortcut for search is the / key on your keyboard. Creating and searching for issues will be things that you do a lot in Jira. So I would recommend getting used to using those shortcuts, C for create and / for search, to very quickly be able to access these things that you're going to be using a lot inside of Jira. Moving along, we have notifications, and these are pretty straightforward. You'll start seeing some numbers pop up in here when you have notifications, like when someone comments on an issue that you're watching or when someone tags your username somewhere in Jira. And this is just a quick way to hop to wherever those notifications come from. Next to the notifications, we have Atlassian's help documentation. And I want to point this out because if at any point as you're following along with this course, if something doesn't make sense, then make use of this. Atlassian has some super detailed and incredibly helpful documentation that can answer just about any question that you have. And if it doesn't, then Atlassian's support team is amazing. Now, even though I am not associated with Atlassian at all, I have interacted with their support team a lot over the years. And they've been really helpful to either fix a problem or even just be someone to bounce ideas off for the best practices on how to set up and organize something inside of Jira. Next to the help, we have our settings. Now, in here, you will find all the settings that you have access to. So, for example, if you're a user, you're going to have the settings for just your account and not a lot of the Jira administration settings, right? So I am logged in as a global Jira administrator, so I see a lot more settings than somebody who is not an administrator will do. And of course, we'll be going through these settings a lot in this course as well. Last, but certainly not least, on the far right over here, we have our personal settings, changing things like our profile picture, maybe switching between the light and dark side, right? So we can change a lot of these settings. And in here, you can see this is where we can come in and change our Jira homepage. So if we want this to be dashboards instead of your work, we can do that. And now if I click on this, it's going to go to the dashboards instead of the your work page. Of course, we can always get back to that by going back to that in the menu there. Okay, so that is a look at the user interface here in Jira. And of course, as you've seen throughout this video, as we choose things from the navigation up top, as you would expect, the primary work area of Jira will change to be whatever it is you pick. And we'll get very familiar with all those different areas in Jira. But for now, I would encourage you to take some time between videos to click around in here just to start getting accustomed to where things are and how the interface changes when you click around. And don't worry, you can always get back to your homepage by clicking on your Jira Installations logo up here at the top.
If you're not a subscriber, click down below to subscribe so you get notified about similar videos we upload. To see the full course that this video came from, click over there. And click over there to see more videos from Simon Says It.